Hey, what is up guys, this is Ark of Grunchill Link, and today we're going to be doing an analysis of the zombie segment of the Black Ops 2 Vengeance DLC Replaces trailer. God, that's a mouthful. For those who haven't seen it yet or need a quick recap of the video, here's the original clip. Alright, so from that very short clip we can get a basic summary. The map is underground, hence buried. We have the original characters returning. It's western styled. The ray gun Mark II is making an appearance, which we know very little of. There seems to be a ghost of some description, and a giant hillbilly guy. So it's a mess of things to get thrown at you in such a short period of time. So now we're going to go back over some of the main things that stuck out to me in the video. Some of the things may be more obvious to some than others, but I'm just going to cover everything, really. So, here we go. Alright, so the very first thing that sticks out to me is the bank sign at the start of the zombie segment of the trailer. This leads me to believe we might be seeing a return of the banking system from Transit or Green Run, whichever you want to call it. This could be interesting as it would add a lot of replay value to players who like to bank their points as they did in that original map for Black Ops 2. Moving on. The next thing has caused a fair bit of discussion and debate among fans. Female ghost we see, originally she's just sitting there watching you from a window up in this creepy old mansion, and then next thing you know she's flying towards one of the players, so obviously she appears to be an enemy. Some people have debated if she's the mother of this giant hillbilly. I don't really know why people jump to that conclusion, but a fair few have, so that's one theory. But she seems to be the boss zombie for this map. It could be fairly interesting as every single other boss zombie beforehand, besides the warden in Mob of the Dead, has seemingly been some kind of experiment gone wrong, or just an infected person such as George Romero in Call of the Dead. So I'm wondering what the story behind her is, if she's just a ghost, like a full-on ghost, no scientific explanation behind it, or if there's something more to this. It's also up to debate if she's actually a hostile in the way that she actually does damage to the player, or if she'll be like the mad scientist, I forgot what he's called, the Pentagon scientist from 5 who steals your weapons, or perhaps stealing your perks. Alright, so the next thing of note in the trailer is that we see the return of, well, probably the most hated group of playable characters in COD history. We've got Misty, Martin, Russman, and Stuhlinger, the original Green Run group, who everyone loves to hate. Supposedly, we're going to really be building on their story in this, so it really better be something good, because it's almost as if Treyarch has designed them to be really, really hateable. So I'm not sure if that was on purpose, or if they're just really, really terrible characters, so hopefully we'll see a turnaround and we'll actually be able to love them as much as the originals. And on that topic, I quite hope to see them in the 4th DLC, the original characters, not these bastards, but we'll have to wait and see. Next up is the Raygun Mark II, which Treyarch felt so strongly about that they had to put it on the promotional material for Vengeance. So I'm not sure if this is just a cop-out, trying to keep up pace with the Peacekeeper appearing on the Revolution DLC, or if it's really going to be that amazing. So I'm wondering if it replaces the actual ray gun, or if it's just going to be like a horde clearing power weapon. So we're going to have to wait and see for that, but from what we can see currently in the trailers, and what we've been told, it'll go through multiple zombies, kind of like FMJ, only with a laser. A proper laser gun, as they said. Hopefully, it'll live up to everything that's been said about it. The next footage we get is the giant hillbilly ducking under the prison door, where, from what I'm guessing, he's held there until the player releases him, so he can be of use to you, but he may have just followed him into an open room. From here, you can obviously see how big this NPC is. He's ridiculously big and is easily the biggest character in Call of Duty history. So this is quite an interesting thing for Treyarch, because it's really outlandish even for zombies mode. So I'm interested to see where they go with this. Later on in the video, you see him eating a bowl of candy or sweets. So my guess is that this is kind of like a quest item similar to the keys in Die Rise used to access the elevators, or the general quest items you use to build the plane in Mob of the Dead. So you can pick it up and feed it to him, and he'll become your ally. One thing I'm, and the rest of the community is currently sketchy on though, is if you don't feed him this, will he turn against you? Will he be a second boss? Although he does appear human, so this is really interesting, having possibly 2 zombie bosses. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Building on the theory that he could possibly ally with you or against you, I noticed tattooed on both his knuckles he's got sugar and salt written on him, so sweet and not so sweet, I suppose. I think this is almost a hint Treyarch is giving us by having such a close-up on his knuckles that this is true. So, not 100%, but it could be a very decent pointer towards this theory. Alright guys, before I go, one final thing. In the shot where the giant hillbilly is eating the sweets, you can see in the bottom left corner where I've circled a green and orange explosion. This is particularly interesting because I've never seen a weapon that can do this before, this kind of effect. So I'm thinking possibly a new special grenade, or an effect of a perk, possibly the Ray Gun Mark II making a zombie explode, could be anything. So tell me what you think guys, to any of my theories, to this, if you're getting the DLC or not, whatever, in the comments below. Please like the video if it's been helpful and if you've enjoyed it. And this comes out July 2nd, I believe, just a week away, so stay tuned. Me and Paradise should be covering it with gameplay on both the multiplayer maps and the zombies map. So be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you next time guys. Thanks for watching.